As,
For the
as
love of
funny
God.
as the character is, no,
Chrom!
please.
Okay.
3 for 3.
Now that is a good counter pick to Pikachu because, while Sheik doesn't have very strong options or hitboxes to deal with Pikachu, Chrom does. Chrom has those arcing sword attacks and a lot of very, very strong confirms, as well as a good trade game against the multi-hit potential that Pikachu has. But here's the big thing, though. That offstage game is mighty bad for Chrom. Chrom is really bad offstage in general. And then you're against the best edge guarder in the whole game in Pikachu. So there is a lot of conversation here. Eggshells is still the matter of fact of this matchup, though.
Yeah, I like how Mr. R has been going for the dancing blade, or the double-edged dance rather, but has been using the up variant. And when you land on platforms like that, suspectfully DIing off of just all the other setups that you've gone for, that up air was a complete DI fake, so you can get jab into F smash, and that's an early start for Mr. R, and an amazing tech.
Yeah. Using a wall tech, too, to get the wall jump to get back up as well quicker so that Neeroz couldn't do anything else to them, too. Mr.R playing amazingly right now. That Jeff smash into this advantage state has been really good. And keeping Pikachu pinned in the corner, not easy! And it is not easy to catch Pikachu air dodging in, but Mr.R making it look like a Tuesday afternoon for him right now. Great stuff.
Oh, even the down tilt into the dash attack isn't going to work with the proper DI, though the missed tech, as Neeroz overcomplicates to punish. These triplats are going to lead to Mr. R having much more evasiveness, much more flexibility and recovery, though choosing to not land on the platform, or maybe the spacing was a little bit off. Either way, that forward smash is going to close out the stock right off the bat. Neeroz getting some chance at life, because now he's at 0, and without it shredded out, Pikachu has more kill potential at 0 than he does at like 100.
Right, yeah, but then again, you get the ledge trump. Oh, I'm not going to go for anything else. Neeroz's hesitation right now is starting to, I think, throw everyone for a loop right now. Neeroz, you're playing Pikachu, one of the most optimistic characters in the whole game when it comes to just getting you off stage and then being able to pounce on you. And frankly, they're kind of getting too antsy in situations where they need to be careful, and they're being too careful in situations where they have a secure advantage and can't really get punished that much.
Yeah, I completely agree, right? We're seeing a lot more of a focus on trying to land down air as the edge guarding tool to use. This closer, this big finisher off of a read. And Mr. R, if your opponent's going to limit themselves to one option, you can freely use the one solution.
Yeah, and yeah, look at Mr. R being patient. Like, okay, you're going to come back to center with a quick attack. I know this. And then, just coming out of the corner, getting a nice roll read, and like, oh, you're an end lag. Let me side B you. Neeroz needs to figure out how to really punish Mr. R off stage if the Chrom is what we're going to keep seeing. Because honestly, right now, I feel like Mr. R has this firmly in his back pocket unless Neeroz can figure out something dramatic.
Town City is a pretty dramatic stage to go for, especially when twice over it was a stock taken off the side from a jab F smash and a dancing blade. So you're not exactly giving yourself more survivability on a stage like this, but instead you are favoring the platform layouts and the ledge play being more in your advantage. Having the ability to quick attack so easily to any of these platforms is absolutely on the table if we saw Neeroz use quick attack to its fullest extent. That does not seem to be his priority.
Here is the big thing you got to consider, though, Ubel. This is Chrom on Town and City. Chrom has some of the easiest and strongest horizontal kills in the whole game. And on a stage like Town and City, with those super constricting tight blast zones, the ledge play that Mr. R can bring to the table with not even F smashes, but F tilts or back airs or even forward airs to a certain degree, double edge dance, a lot of kill options against Neeroz that can definitely go in Mr. R's favor.
Yeah, this airspeed is doing Neeroz no favors, trying to close out these edge guards, but just not finding them. Mr. R's experience is a world-class competitor, really proving dividends, because they rush down right on the tech away, leads to there it is, that forward smash closing out the first stock. Neeroz needs a little bit more than T-Jolts in order to try and bring this game back to even before Mr. R is able to pull away. It's like scouted. It's a scouted defensive option into a missed punish so many times for Neeroz. It's such a an unfortunate situation, though that drag down into the down smash will even up the game.
Yeah. Now, Neeroz needs to work a lot harder than Mr.R, I think, because, Pikachu's got some really good safe options off stage for
No jump.
sure. And, well, yeah, I was going to say the big issue in this set so far has been the fact that Neeroz hasn't been able to get any early stocks, but one is going to present itself right there. Mr.R not having a jump after it got clipped by that back air string. And Neeroz, with a sigh of relief, has a lead of nearly a full stock at this point.
Yeah, while the Pikachu, it doesn't seem to be focused more on moving around with quick attack and using these platforms to his advantage like that. This Pikachu does have the strings on lock, able to find loops, able to find combos off of rising up air. And of course, the drag down into down smash was on point. All of that has got, all of that Neeroz has going for him. Just needs to finish his food. And right now, he's in a pretty good spot to do so. Looking for the jump call out, as there is the Pikachu in the Pikachu Classic, right? You hit the rising forward air, contest a jump. Mr.R knows not to jump there until a little bit later, but he's still caught by the drag down nair immediately after.
Dude, that was a really good showing there from Neeroz. Recognize that, okay, I got a good lead now. I can just play my game. I don't got to worry about nothing right yet. And Mr.R was so rattled after that happened that their approaches were like a more hesitant and way more predictable, way more textbook. And being able to intercept them, Neeroz was able to take that win. And again, that's how optimized Pikachu could be. If you give them any bit of leeway, they could pull you like they are a 10-man tug of war team.
And we will be seeing which direction this set is pulled as we are going into a Game 3 on Smashville. Might as well be Fire Emblemville, given how many times Fire Emblem characters counterpick to a stage like this. And if Town and City's not going to work out, this one surely could play to your advantage, especially with that air dodge being just enough distance after a very scary opening.
Yeah, the big thing about this stage is you got to close down that middle. You got to be the one under that platform. You got to be using that platform as an umbrella to stave off any aerial approaches. That platform is really high, so these characters can kind of go in there. But I mean, you look at Chrom's sword. Look how much that Falchion covers those options from Pikachu's like short hops in with aerials. If you cover underneath that platform, you are completely safe. And if your opponent lands on a platform above you, they're in a bad situation. And Mr.R not going to be dead just yet from there. Nice aggressive forward air to make it back on stage. Gonna hop over, falling up air, back air, not going to kill just yet.
Yeah, getting closer and closer with each one. It looked like Mr.R was trying to bait out or feint a ledge trump. Not falling for it was Neeroz, who went through his recovery all the same and finds it with the drag down nair. Up smash that time. Man, that the cycle of rising aerial into a landing nair has proven quite a thorn in Mr.R's side, though right from ledge with that neutral air one into the forward smash. That was a gutsy play coming out from Mr.R, but hey, it paid off, and you really need to have those ones pay off because of moves like that. If that down air spiked, he was gone, but he saved his jump just in case he wasn't.
Yeah, no, really, really strong stuff there from Mr.R. He's going to come back. Sometimes brazenness is a good thing, especially if your opponent's not expecting it. And Neeroz wasn't expecting the disrespectful F smash after that Nair 1. And right now, they're a little bit scared. They're kind of hugging that corner, using their T-Jolts to try to lead their approaches a little bit, but they're not overextending. They're not getting too antsy. They're not trying to overread or overpredict Mr.R. They're playing their game right now, and they're doing so in a big way.
Yeah, the parry comes in as his percents get more and more even. Mr.R hanging out right underneath this platform, looking to try and poke with these down tilts first and foremost. Down tilts and jabs have been the name of the neutral for Mr.R. But, man, Pikachu, if you find the cadence, those back airs of his own. Alrighty, are we going to see a stock?
Yeah, Mr.R was looking for a hit there because they recognized that Neeroz had burnt all of their options in the air. But there is a jab back air, call that the Jair, from center stage. And there is a 2-frame off the Skull Bash on that Flare Blade. I don't even know if it's called Flare Blade. I don't care. Mr.R going to hit it anyway, that neutral B. But the down smash answer right back, still not going to kill. But there's a clip, and yep, that is the stock. Even game going to the last stock of the set. Whoever wins this next one advances to the next round of competition.
Yeah, which we will be seeing up against Momon at his Fox Luigi duology. It's a tight one bringing it down, but it's also a slow-paced one. Mr.R not wanting to overcommit, but that drag down into the back air, not going for the full combo, instead looking for a ledge trump, but Mr.R buffers the air dodge to get right by it. Yeah, he's still being hounded by Neeroz, who's after him, neck and shoulders in his zone.
Right, but there's a catch off the jump from Ledge with a back air. Nope, Neeroz is going to go avoid, get out of dodge from that ether. They're going to be okay. But right now, scrappy game being played for both players. They are both trying to throw out their strongest options, their best ones, to try to catch out the opponent. Early up B is going to be caught there by Neeroz. Neeroz going to get an F smash. Mr.R going to recover high, get clipped by quick attack, and the F smash is going to do it. Yes, it is. Neeroz beats Mr.R and advances to go play against Momon. But my God, that was a really, really good cutoff there. That quick attack, Ubel, completely won Neeroz the match there.
You know, I had mentioned it in the previous game how little Neeroz uses quick attack, both on stage, almost exclusively using it as a recovery tool. But twice in that last set, or in that last string, he used quick attack offensively. Once to cover a lot of stage and keep in Mr.R's zone, and once right there to snipe out the air drift and prevent the easily drifting recovery. Neeroz pulled the final trick out of his hat that he needed and punches his ticket up deeper in this bracket. I believe he's 9th, 13th.
He plays Momon versus...
Guaranteed
Oh, yeah.